Namaste, Namaskaram, and welcome back to Infinite Abundance. We are in the 7th chapter of our Dasavatara journey. 7 avatars, each one a different expression of the divine responding to a different moment of human need. From the primordial waters of Matsya, through the patience of Kurma, the courage of Varaha, the impossible justice of Narasimha, the measured wisdom of Vamana, and the fierce clarity of Parashurama. Each avatar has brought something different, but all of them, in one sense, were not fully human. They had invincibility or cosmic form or divine weapons that no human force could defeat. Today's avatar gives that up completely. He takes birth as a human being with a human body, emotions, limitations, and grief. He chooses vulnerability. He chooses to be bound by the same rules that bind us all. His name means the one who delights. He is known as Maryada Purushottam, the perfect upholder of righteous boundaries. He is Rama, and his story is perhaps the most beloved, the most wept over, and deeply human story in all of mythology. The story begins in Ayodhya, the city whose name itself means unconquerable. It is ruled by the great king Dasharatha, who has 3 wives and 4 sons. And among those sons, Rama, the firstborn of Kaushalya, shines with a quality that is difficult to name, but impossible to miss. He is learnt and humble, skilled in every art and weapon, devoted to his father and respectful to all his mothers. He is loved by the people of Ayodhya in a way that no ruler needs to engineer or cultivate. It arises naturally, the way sunlight fills a room. Rama is trained by sage Vishwamitra, who recognizes immediately what Dasharatha cannot fully see, that this is not just a prince. He defeats demons that no army could touch. He breaks the great bow of Shiva, a feat no other king had accomplished, and wins the hand of Sita, the princess of Mithila. And then, at the precise moment when Rama's coronation is to be announced, everything changes. Kaikeyi, Dasharatha's second wife, uses 2 boons she had saved from a long ago rescue. She asks that her own son Bharata be crowned instead, and that Rama be exiled to the forest for 14 years. Dasharatha is shattered. He begs, he weeps, he collapses. And Rama, upon hearing the news, smiles calmly. He bows to his father. He thanks his stepmother for giving him this opportunity to serve his father's word. He makes arrangements for Ayodhya's governance. He changes into the simple garments of an ascetic. He does not argue. He does not negotiate. He does not ask why. Because Rama has already understood something that takes most people a lifetime to glimpse. Our deepest identity is not what we have, but who we are. A throne does not make a king, dharma does. Sita insists on accompanying him. Lakshmana, his devoted brother, refuses to stay behind. And so, 3 royals walk into the forest, freely, willingly, with clear eyes, choosing duty over comfort. In the forest, they live simply. They meet sages. They protect hermitages, and Rama fulfills his role as a warrior and as a dharmic being, but without the armies and resources of a king. The crisis arrives when Ravana, the demon king of Lanka, abducts Sita. Ravana is one of mythology's most complex antagonists. He is enormously learned, a devotee of Shiva, a master of all knowledge, a great ruler. But he is consumed by desire and pride. And he makes the one choice that will undo everything. He takes what does not belong to him. Rama's response to Sita's abduction is worth observing carefully. He grieves deeply, genuinely, with the full weight of human loss. This is not the stoic invincibility of a god. This is a man in pain. And then he acts, without bitterness, without revenge as the motivation. He builds alliances. He earns the loyalty of Sugriva and the Vanara army, not by commanding, but by treating them as equals, by honoring their grief, by showing them who he truly is. Hanuman finds Sita and brings back proof that she lives. The army builds a bridge across the ocean. The Battle of Lanka unfolds, one of the most dramatic and theologically rich battles in all of world literature. And finally, Ravana falls, not because Rama had better weapons or more armies, but because dharma, sustained over time, always prevails. They return to Ayodhya. The coronation happens. Diwali, the festival of lights, is celebrated to this day as the commemoration of that return. Light returning to the world after the darkest trial. In the arc of human civilizational development, Rama represents the emergence of what scholars call moral governance. The idea that those who lead are accountable not just to power but to an ethical standard. Anthropologists trace the codification of social ethics in human societies to roughly 5,000 to 8,000 years ago. The Ramayana, in its oldest forms, dates to approximately this period. This is not merely a story, it is a civilizational instruction manual. What does it mean to be a just ruler? What does it mean to honor your word even when it costs everything? What is the relationship between personal happiness and public duty? These are the questions Ramayana addresses with extraordinary sophistication. The Ramayana also explores the tension between rule and relationship. Rama exiles Sita after she returns from Lanka, a decision that has troubled readers and scholars for millennia. The tradition itself does not present this as a triumph, it presents it as a tragedy, as the cost that dharma sometimes demands. What makes Rama's story powerful is not that he always makes the right choice in a simple sense. It is that he never stops trying to make the right choice. He never stops asking what dharma requires, and he bears the consequences of that trying with extraordinary courage. This is the model of ethical civilization, not perfection, but persistent, courageous, honest engagement with the question of what is right. The concept of Ramarajya, the reign of Rama, has become a cultural ideal in the Indian tradition. It is invoked to describe a society where justice is truly equal, where no one suffers from hunger or oppression, where the ruler serves the people rather than using them. But what is often missed is this: Ramarajya begins inside. It begins with the choice Rama made at the moment of his exile, to serve something beyond his personal desire, to honor the word of his father even at extraordinary cost, to be who he was regardless of his circumstances. Ramarajya is not a political program, it is a state of being, a civilization of Ramas, of people who have internalized dharma, who serve their role without ego, who are consistent whether they are on the throne or in the forest. Rama's teachings: your identity is not your position. Your character is who you are when stripped of title, wealth, and power. And if you can maintain your dharma in the forest, in exile, in loss, in grief, then you are worth to hold the throne. The throne is the reward. The forest is the test. From the palace of Ayodhya to the forests of exile, from the banks of the ocean to the battlefield of Lanka, from loss to victory to the quiet grief of a king who gave everything. Rama walked every step with dharma in his heart. He showed us that the divine does not always come with invincibility. Sometimes it comes with grief, with loss, with the quiet courage of doing what is right when everything in you wants to do otherwise. In our next episode, the avatar takes a form so vast, so complex, so multidimensional that even the greatest philosophers have spent centuries unpacking his teachings. Krishna, the eighth avatar, is the one who gave humanity the Bhagavad Gita, the one who dances and loves and strategizes and teaches and grieves, the one who is simultaneously closest to us and most beyond us. Join us for episode 8 on infinite abundance. Please like, share, and subscribe, and leave your reflections below on how you like this. Until next time, Namaste, Namaskaram.